Hey guys, it's Brian. I'm gonna show you guys my new mask. I'm calling it the Jester. I didn't, if I can enunciate my words correctly, I didn't come up with a name for this mask until late last night when I was putting in these leather X's you see on the eyes and the mask straps. But yeah, I think it's a fitting name just because I think it looks like a cool little jester type deal with his crown looking thing up here. I don't know if you guys can see it because I cannot see myself because the eyes on this mask, you can't see straight in front of you. You can only see like out that way and out that way. So it's kind of difficult to see, but it's a nice mask and you can still see. I mean, you just can't see like directly in front of your nose, but that's no big deal to me at least. But yeah, I think it looks like a cool little jester with his gunshot wound in the top of his head with these little swirly things coming off, curly deal things going on. Yeah, some nice blood spattering and dripping down. Tried a new effect this time. I waited till the blood color was a little bit dry, like around the edges you can see there, and I just kind of wiped it, like smudged it to make it look like he tried to wipe his nose, like the blood off of his nose or whatever. But yeah, I think that turned out looking pretty cool there. Anyway, I think this kind of looks like a demented Dr. Seuss character because of the little swirlies in his mouth and all that. But yeah, I'll go ahead and show you guys the mask off of my big face, and hopefully you guys like it. So here's the mask, just by itself. Yeah, it's a pretty smooth mask, which is a shame, kind of. I don't know. It's a shame for one thing because I got this really nice latex from Monster Makers this time. Like it's I don't know if there's more ammonia in it or what, but it seems to be thinner than their usual latex, or maybe it's just because I ordered this latex in the summer instead of like back in the winter or spring, and usually when it's cold outside and they ship latex, the latex gets a little bit screwed up. But yeah, it seems like if I had a very detailed mask, it would pick up the detail pretty well inside the mold because it's so thin. Anyway, getting back to this mask, these are real leather X's with real rivets in them. Yep, just kind of a little bit distressed there, like you can see there, and here especially. The way I do that, if anybody's wondering, is I just take some lacquer thinner, I take some lacquer thinner and put it on a paper towel and rub it down, rub the leather down, and take some really coarse sandpaper while the leather is still wet with lacquer thinner, and I just rub circles, little tiny little circles all around the leather with the coarse sandpaper with lacquer thinner on the leather. And then after that's done, I take the paper towel with the lacquer thinner on it, give it another second lacquer thinner coat just to get some of the debris from the sandpaper off. And also the lacquer thinner tends to take a little bit of the color out of the leather and give it a little bit of a cracking look on around the edges there, if you can see that. So it looks really cool when it's finished. And then you take a dry paper towel and just wipe it down. Make sure also after you do that you take a little bit of water and rub it around the edges of where you put the lacquer thinner around on your mask, like especially down in here, stuff like that, on the latex, because lacquer thinner deteriorates latex because it's lacquer thinner and it deteriorates latex. I don't know why. So yeah, it has a nice metal buckle on it. I think I'm definitely going to use leather for my mask straps for now on. It's just an all-around better material than Velcro, I think. Sorry about that wind, if you guys are getting that right now. It's really windy out here, but it's a nice day. Yeah, it's just, I think it's a better material and it secures on your head better and it feels more solid than Velcro. It also looks better, I think, because you can get those cool rivets in there and all that. Just looks nicer. I put this little loop on there to put your excess strip in. Once you've put it through the buckle, stick it in there, just like a belt. This side just has, you know, the holes in it that you put the buckle through. 2 rivets on each side of the strap there, and there. Anyway, one thing I did do this time that I usually don't do just due to my impatience is I waited for the latex to dry, which I think made a gigantic difference in this mask, because usually what I wind up doing is taking the mold while the latex is still wet inside it after it's been drying for a little while but not fully dry yet, and I usually wind up taking my fingers and trying to dry it by rubbing it around and stuff, but it dries it, but what happens is your mask winds up getting all these little lumps and bumps, and it's really uneven down inside there, and it looks like somebody has been messing with your mask on the inside while it was still wet. So I definitely wanted to make this one nice and smooth, just because it's like flat on your face there. I wanted to make it as comfortable as I could, so what I did is I just waited for it to dry, and I didn't mess with it at all, and I got a very nice, smooth, clean cast out of it, so it was well worth it to wait. It's a nice thick cast. The top is incredibly thicker than the rest of the mask. I mean, that's like, I don't know, it's like at least 1/3 of an inch thick there. The bottom, because I've set the mold like that, but you know, whatever. The whole mask is still a fair thickness. It's not like it's gonna rip and tear if you mess with it. You know, it's thicker than your fingernail, so that's good. That's all you need there. Yeah. So it's a really comfortable mask because of how smooth the inside of it is. It's also a pretty nice, durable feeling cast, at least. It feels durable. So yeah, there it is, the Jester with leather and buckles. I hope you guys like this. I'll be starting on a much bigger project, probably a full head mask. Might be a replica. It's not going to be like a Slipknot mask replica, because I know people out there on Slipknot mask replicas are crazy about, you know, detail and down to how big the rivets are, like what size, what millimeter size the rivets are, exactly how many of them there are, all that kind of garbage. But yeah, I'm not doing a Slipknot mask replica, I'm doing it from a movie. So it should be interesting. Yep. So I will see you guys then. So see you guys later.